Right then. So just kind of gonna start putting together these termagants here, which are really, really, they're really cool. There's no other way to put it. I do love anything Tyrannid. I always have done. However, I also find them to be, quite frankly, the most laborious and boring as hell things to put together. And that's that's all there is to it, really. But we got to get them done. So let's start off. I'm going to try and do this at a reasonable speed, though, because they are quite an easy put together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out an entire termagant each time, starting off with this one here. So this is the first kind of termagant we need to do, and we do that by getting parts 1, 2. I've misplaced my really good clipper. I have absolutely no idea where they are, and now I'm using rubbishy ones, and I'm really not happy. Anyway, I'm gonna find them in a minute. I'm gonna. I did a thing that I don't know. In all honesty, I'll get every part out first, and then I'll waffle on. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get the whole model out. Yeah, then I can waffle. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get this whole thing out, basically, make my life easy. Okay, yeah, basically, I don't know if this is just me in general, or hobbyists, or what, or if it is, gendered thing, I don't know, but every time I bloody well tidy up to try and make things more organised, I end up losing things. And I've tidied my hobby area up, and now I've lost my clippers. Now, my wife doesn't get that when she tidies up. When my wife tidies up, things are where she knows they are afterwards. But even though I have like a very organised desk space, every single dang time I tidy up my desk, I can never find anything afterwards. Which kind of leads me to a conclusion that there is either something about me that is a major fault, or I just, I need to get my brain fixed. I don't know which one it is. These are really easy to put together, as you can see. I probably should be paying more attention to what I'm doing, but here we go. You see what you do. They all basically go together like this, because I've already done these in the past. I know that they all kind of just fit together in this very simple way. There's no real kind of difficulty behind it, really. They all go together in exactly the same manner, which is like that, which I really like. That makes life so much easier, and it makes it a very fast process. And you just kind of pop them on a base. Yeah, so yeah, I have no idea if the strange way that I behave is my inability to remember where I put things. If it's got something to do with the fact that I'm a hobbyist and it's the kind of thing that we do, we just draw certain type of people, or I'm or the fact that I'm suspected of having ADHD. I don't know. Who knows, yeah? Right, so I'm just putting together another one here. And this is 9, 10, 11 and 12. And this is what I'm trying to kind of put across while I'm showing you how these go together. They all basically go together in exactly the same way. There's no nothing complex about it to my mind. However, what I would say is, and I would say that it's probably one of the downsides is there's no mix and matching of parts, or at least not easily. You'll have to kind of if you wanted to use different body parts, then you'll have to kind of really start chipping away and getting green stuff, which I don't really feel is worth it on these ones. You know, if you could make something unique, I would say, yeah, go for it. Anyway, see, these are nice and simple build. I'm trying to not procrastinate too long about how I'm building these this time. Normally I would go through very, very carefully and say, well, this is how this one works, but they are pretty straight, simple builds, aren't they? And they all work in exactly the same way. So you get, here we go. A body, an arm, and then the gun assembly, and they all go together in exactly the same way. They're designed to be as simple as possible because they are push-fit models, so they're designed to be easy for new players just to grab hold of and pop together. And as I said, ordinarily I would do like a full set of videos showing these processes, but to be quite honest, they're just such a simple build that, you know, I'm a few minutes in and there's two together already. Now, from what I've found from experience as well, is there's no like there's no particularly tricky bits on these when you're putting them together. Not to my knowledge anyway, not that I recall from putting some of these together previously. And it's always just the same pattern every single time. Tidied up. Just be careful when you're tidying these little bits up. But yeah, as you can see, there's nothing. As I said, I think really this isn't one of these building sets where there's a risk of mistake or complication. It should just be, you know, this simple really every single time. And I can't really say anything much more interesting about building these, to be quite honest. But I do love how these things look. I mean, I always kind of did like the Tyranids, no matter what, you know. I think the Tyranids, they got an idea of what they wanted them to look like ages ago. And it works. And because it works, it's still there. That same aesthetic continues even to this day. Because if you've got something that works, why fix it? Yeah, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the right attitude to take. Right, what I will do then is, because as you can see, this is just basically how these go together. There's nothing particularly complex about it. What I will do is just briefly show you the Ripper Swarm, because this one actually is a bit different to put together. So if you get your 4 Rippers out across the kit, and empty sprue. Go away, empty sprue. There's one more Ripper. There it is. Yeah, what you need to do with these, I'll just show you how it works, just in case you can't work it out, but I can assure you it's very simple. All you need to do is you need to find one with a pin and one without, and just basically push them together. Now, I believe it doesn't really matter which two that you kind of... Oh yeah, it does matter. What am I like? This one's the one for that one. Come on, little Ripper. Ripper, the ripping and the tearing. There we go, little Rippers. These are a kind of, well, they're a blatant menace on a battlefield. They're not mega powerful, but they're the kind of unit that soaks up a bit of enemy fire, because people can't risk them getting into hand-to-hand combat, so they have to take them out. But by wasting time, wasting turns taking out Rippers, it's something that a lot of factions, it's a waste of firepower for them quite often, dealing with stuff like this. So, you know, it's good to have units like this that you can just send forward to the slaughter. That's why they're very useful. And not many factions just have what you might call blatant charnel. There's no other way to put it. Oh, I was actually wondering if I had an old style Ripper on my desk, because I'd put together a load of old Tyranids a while ago. So I was wondering if I had one around, which unfortunately doesn't appear, so, but never mind. Okay, so I'm not going to spend absolutely ages showing you how to put these together, because they all go together in exactly the same way. I just think that's kind of a wasted long video. What I would say is I'm going to finish building these. What I am going to do is I'm going to go into a painting video as soon as possible, so you can see how that works, and then we can see how we actually paint them, which again I'll kind of do a layering process following the actual tutorials laid out in the magazine. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.